Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have another makeup video for you. Today I'm going to be attempting to do Zara Larsson's tour makeup looks by Sophia Sinnott. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but she's a phenomenal makeup artist and I've seen so many of Zara Larsson's looks on my For You page, and I've seen people attempt to do them and I think they always turn out really good. So that's what this video is going to be me attempting to do a Zara Larsson look. And I'm hoping that it goes well. So yeah, I'm not doing any specific look. I'm just gonna kind of get that vibe. But yeah, that's what we're attempting in this video. So enjoy. Okay, so to get started, I already have on my moisturizer. I did that a while ago, but I'm gonna do primer. Also, this like all my other makeup videos, this is not a tutorial because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just guessing and hoping for the best. So yeah, I'm also, once again, just working with what I have. I do have a decent amount of eyeshadow colors, but I don't have a lot of brushes. So that might be where it gets a little tricky because the ones I do have, have a lot of eyeshadow in them and are already messed up. And they really just need cleaned, but I haven't done that yet. So we're gonna work with that. I also have these little rhinestones that we might use. Some of them are black though, so I'm probably gonna use only the clear ones, and there's not that many, so we'll see. And I also don't know how I'm gonna stick them on, so a lot of things, but the main thing we're trying to do is the eyeshadow. So after the primer, I'm just gonna do some foundation. I was looking at inspiration on Pinterest, and I'm pretty sure the colors I'm gonna go with are pink and orange. There were a lot of blue looks that I really liked too. However, I just think, when I think of Zara Larsson, I think pink and orange. So we're gonna go with those. Also, I think I have more options for that one, so another reason we're doing that. Foundation is on. It looks a little scary, but it is blended out. And now we're gonna do some concealer. I'm just doing this in normal spots. So under my eyes. I'm gonna do a decent bit more on my forehead than I usually do. And then same with the chin. And then I'm just gonna cover up some spots. Now that the concealer's on, the next thing I'm gonna do is some powder. I honestly don't know if you're supposed to do this before any other liquid products, but this is when I always do it. And the main spot that I go for is under my eyes because it helps them not grease. And then I obviously put it all over my face, but I target it under my eyes, and then also right here are the big places that I target with this. The next thing we're gonna do is bronzer. This is Rare Beauty. I just got this. And I'm gonna put a decent amount because the goal is to look sun-kissed. So we're gonna put a decent amount here, which is normal. And then I'm gonna put some up on my forehead. And I don't think I'm gonna do my nose because I know it's gonna look bad. So we're just gonna stop there. I did a little bit more than I usually do, so hopefully that works. And then we're just gonna blend it out. Sometimes I get nervous with bronzer that I don't blend it out enough. I feel that's pretty good, but I just get nervous because I feel it never looks fully blended to me. Even though I like the way it looks from the front, you know? I also get nervous to put it up here because sometimes I feel it just wipes off my makeup, the foundation and stuff. But I also have never put that much, and I feel that was actually really helpful. All right, I've never done this much bronzer before, and I really like how it looks, especially up here. It does look sun-kissed. This light's really bright, but it does look sun-kissed. The next thing that I normally do is blush. However, this isn't even the blush I'm going to use. I think we're going to do a lot of blush, you know the vibe. And I might do that after eyeshadow. I'm also going to do highlighter after eyeshadow. So I think right now we're ready to just go into eyeshadow low-key. That's scary. Also, I'm not basing this off of any picture. I'm literally just going to go for it and hope for the best. So for eyeshadow, I'm using the James Charles palette. Guys, I got this forever ago and it's still a good palette, so I'm not gonna throw it away. But yeah, I'm gonna be using the hot pink and the orange, and hoping this goes well. I also have something later, so I'm hoping my face is not stained from this, but I feel like that's normally what happens. What I'm gonna do first, I'm just gonna go with my finger with like white eyeshadow and kind of like tap that onto my eye just to hopefully make the colors pop more and maybe prevent it from dyeing my skin. White eyeshadow is on. It's not like the greatest, but also this is just what goes under. Now I'm gonna go in with this like light pink color. Like it's really, really light. And I'm just gonna put that on like the inner corner. Okay, so you can barely see it, like that's how light of a pink it is, but you can kind of see it there, right here. I'm really nervous about the blending of this. But next we're gonna go in with the hot pink. Right, okay, let me find a brush for that real quick. Okay, low-key I have this brush, which is what I normally use for my eyeshadow, but that's when I'm doing like the whole lid. And it does have pink in it already. So I might just try to use this and hope that it doesn't like go everywhere, even though I'm not putting this all over my whole eyeshadow. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to put it like on the inner part of my eye, really. Like after the super light pink. We got one eye done. I honestly think that that looks pretty good. Something that I noticed about her makeup when I was like getting inspiration was that it goes really far up the lid, which is great because that will help it pop more and be easier to see on camera. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that on the other side, and then I think I'm done with that like section of the pink because there's gonna be more. Okay, we have that. I think that is pretty good, honestly. I'm not mad about this. Now I'm gonna do some orange to like put on the end of the eye, and that's gonna go like about here. And then I'm hoping to try and do a little bit of pink to help blend the orange back into the blush. Okay, I have this brush, and I'm hoping it looks fine with the orange because this isn't gonna blend as well. But I also have this brush still that we can use. But yeah, I'm just gonna put this on the outer part of my eye. I put the orange on. I haven't blended it yet because I don't want to get too much pink in this brush before I do the other eye. So I'm just focusing on getting the orange on the eye, and then we'll worry about blending it after that. So when I'm blending it, I'm just getting a little bit of orange. I'm gonna put this like in the middle and kind of blend them a little bit. This brush isn't gonna be the greatest for it, but I'm just doing this before I put some pink back in. Also, like the thing that I'm bad with makeup is blending when it comes to eyeshadow. So this is the part that I was worried about. So don't follow my advice for this. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So there's that. I think that's decently blended for that brush. Now I'm gonna go back in with the pink. Once again, just lightly brushing this on. I'm doing the same thing I did with the pink before, but now blending it into the orange. I think we have it about as good as it's gonna get. I'm not gonna get too close because it looks better if I'm back here. But now that that part is done, I'm gonna get some more of the pink and I'm just gonna lightly tap it like at the end of the orange, like very lightly. And I'm kind of pulling it out too because we're about to do the blush. So I have that. It's like very minuscule and a little messy. This one's a little messy. Anyway, now I'm going in with a blush that is not super like pigmented, or I was about to do a powder blush that's not that pigmented, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just do this, but put it up here, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. So I have this, this is a Rare Beauty, and I just think that this shade is gonna look better. So we're gonna do like that. And if any of y'all know Rare Beauty, that's a lot. Also, this thing's running low. So if this thing was full, I would not have done that much. Then we get to blend this out. That's gonna be so cool. And we're just gonna do my best. I've never had blush like in this area. like so high on my face. Normally I put it a little lower. So this is new for me. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit more. Like I'm gonna put a little bit more on and then blend that. And then I think we're kind of done with blush after that. So I think that that's done. Something else that I decided I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with this orange brush and I'm gonna put it under my eye. And I don't know if any of you have seen my other videos. I feel like I don't normally do under eyeshadow because I feel like it normally looks bad. However, since this is a lighter color, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, that helped a lot. I really like that. Okay. Didn't that just help so much? I swear to you, that helped so much. Okay. Now that that is there, oh, one more touch I'm gonna do in the eyes because we know anything about Zara Larsson, it's that there's glitter. So I have just the diamond bomb thing and I'm just gonna put that like over my lid. Okay, so this stuff's always hard to see, but you have to be in the right light. Like if I get closer, you can see it kind of shimmering and it's like perfect. So now we're gonna do highlighter. So I once again just have liquid highlighter and I'm gonna put a little bit of that like on the blush where I normally put highlighter. And I'm gonna put just a tiny bit on my nose. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger. Also, this is just the liquid highlight. I'm gonna do powder after this. So with the powder highlight, I have just like a tiny brush. That's when I put like a line of highlighter on like the bridge of my nose. And then I also put some on my Cupid's bow. And then also for this look, I don't normally do this, but for this look, I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter like right below my eyebrow. I don't know if that's even doing much, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, next I'm going to curl my eyelashes and put mascara on. If I had, oh my gosh, I was about to say if I had fake eyelashes, I would put those on for the final look, and I do have them. I didn't think I had them. I'm not gonna be like gluing them on, but I'll have them sitting correctly for the video. Eyelashes curled, and now just a little bit of mascara. I'm also gonna put a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, which isn't something that I normally do. And this is why we need the fake eyelashes, just because it does so much more. I was debating doing a little bit of black, like eyeshadow, like eyeliner kind of thing, but I really like the way it looks right now and I don't want to mess it up, so we're not gonna do that. For eyebrows, I just have this like clear eyebrow gel, and I'm just gonna kind of like brush them up, kind of, and then just like into place. This is just kind of how I do my eyebrows on the regular, so I don't really know if that's Zara Larsson, but that's just how I'm gonna do it. And now I'm gonna do the lips real quick before I do any rhinestones or eyelashes. I just have, this is like NYX, I don't know what color it is. I'm just gonna put that. She normally has really great lip combos. I don't have a lot of stuff to work with, so this is gonna be like really plain, but just know if I had more stuff, it'd be better. But I'm just gonna line my lips. Lips are lined, and now I just have this lip gloss. I'm pretty sure this is like from Bath & Body Works, low-key. I'm just gonna put that on. I also had on chapstick before this, and that like normally helps with like lip combos and stuff. Like obviously, I feel like that's pointing out the obvious. And this lip gloss really matches the lip liner, so it like doesn't really give the lip liner look, but it's very glossy, which is what I like about it. Okay, I have some eyelashes and I have some already cut to where I only put them on like the end of my eye like that. Are you kidding? That's so good. But I'm gonna save that for last. I'm gonna figure out how to put these on because that would help the look so much. Fun fact, these rhinestones were from a dance costume. It came with it like in case any fell off. So I'm wondering like low-key, if I just like lick it. Oh, that did not work at all. Okay, well, I don't know where that rhinestone went. I'm gonna have to figure out how to put these on. Give me 1 second. All right, I found a glue stick, so we're just gonna use that. These rhinestones are all different sizes, so I'm just gonna kind of put them on however I feel looks good. Like there's no method to this at all. So I have a feeling this is gonna be messy because I have no way of getting the glue onto this without getting it all over my finger. You can see glue on the rhinestones. No, you can't. Rhinestones are about as good as they're gonna get. I don't have any smaller ones. Otherwise I would have used those, but that's as good as they're gonna get, so. I also think it's cool how she normally has rhinestones like on her eyelids, and I'm like, that's crazy, and it's crazy that they don't fall off. All right, the last step is to adjust these eyelashes so that they look like they're actually on, because I've said this in other videos, I still don't have eyelash glue. And I don't really want these to be permanently on me for today, so just gonna try our best. Okay, so what we're not gonna do is look too closely at the eyelashes. If I stay back here, they look somewhat decent. Like I said, they're like not even stuck on. I used a little bit of glue, and while I was doing that, rhinestones kept falling off. But I believe this is the final look. I'm honestly really proud of myself, guys. I think this turned out really good. So if you want to use this as a tutorial, I guess you can, because it kind of ate, but you know. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Once again, I would do more rhinestones. Yeah, you can see the eyelashes up here. I'm gonna stay back here. I would do way more rhinestones if I had them and I had the right glue, but I don't, so this is what we're working with. It's too good. It's too good. I'm obsessed. And that was the video this week. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and then let me know if you liked this, because it's a makeup video. I haven't done a makeup video in like a second, so let me know if you liked this one. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content. And remember that I post every Friday at 3. Bye!